Gentlemen, you are looking through a window into another world.
Hi, welcome to Mimi's Place. And today we're going to just talk about a little more about parallel realities and a different layer of it. Neville Goddard had spoken about how he was lucid dreaming and he stepped into a different reality and he had to feel himself wet back. And that's done in a lot of ways. You always have a string tied to your body, and you can take your body with you, when you step into another reality. And we've witnessed this, and there's several stories to little children, brother and sister, who just showed up. They have a green tinge to them. Nobody understands them. They almost starve because they won't eat anything until somebody finally gives them some beans. And then they started eating that. And then over time, they came to learn how to talk, and the green tinge went away, and they ate regular food. But, the story was they came from a place that was green. Okay? And they don't know how they got here. All right? They just were walking, and suddenly they were in this other reality. All right? And then there's another story about a man who got off an airplane. He had a passport and all this, his stuff. But no one knew what country that was, and no one recognized the currency he was carrying or anything else. They didn't know what he was talking about. So they put him up in a hotel, and they had guards there, because they didn't know who this guy was. And then the next morning, he was gone. Okay, he didn't leave the room through the door or the windows. He was just gone. Okay, so lucid dreaming is you're in the in-between state and you can step into something else. And that's, up to you whether you want to stay there. And what ends up, you're still taking you with you. And now you stepped into a foreign environment. You think you're going to jump into Hoth and it's all going to be great. No, it's not. It's going to be its own culture, its own thing going on. You're not appearing so you can watch Luke Skywalker and join him. All right, that's not how this works. You'll step into Hoth, but you might get gunned down. Who knows? You might get captured and enslaved. Who knows? You don't know, because you still took you with you, and only you know what kind of state of consciousness you're wearing. So it doesn't matter which reality you go to. Okay, yes, you can physically step into another reality. Is it a good idea? No. No. Better the devil you know. Okay, you're battling this one here. And just deal with it. You deal with your thinking. Deal with yourself. You must deal with it. So it's really about getting to that root cause, of all the pain and suffering. And that's that, you don't have a conviction in yourself. I'm the greatest. I accept myself for who I am. Okay, so what? I'm a murderer. God made me that way. He loves me. What you want me to do, Pops? Oh yeah, okay. I'll go murder the people who hire me to murder others. That'll work. I can do that. It'll be great. I'm a liar. I'm the best damn liar there ever was. And I like to make it so people feel good. And if you want to hear a lie, I'll tell you a lie. Not a problem. But I'm going to tell God the truth. Because He's the one doing this. If He's going to send you a liar, He's going to send you the best one ever. If He's going to send you an asshole, He's going to send you the best one ever. If you're going to send a murderer, you're going to send the best one ever. you know, unless you think they're sloppy and do horrible things like that, you know. If you're just thinking murder, he's going to send the best one ever. It's all the best. Your morals and your values are a man-made thing, okay? It's a way to build a foundation to this, to the subjective side, to the spiritual side, and it's a process, you know. So it's just as lovely and as important in its own way. I mean, because if you didn't have pain and suffering, how are you going to know, right, how the little guy feels? You got to go be the little guy for a little while, and then you get that conviction, and that now you use that conviction, you know, not just for yourself, but for others. In other words, it doesn't matter if you have more money than you know what to do with. You're still you. It didn't change you. Okay, they get caught up in that. Okay, well, I'll imagine I live in this mansion. Now, really? Really? Gonna take loan out on that? Uh-uh. No. If you want to live in a mansion and you think that would be great and that would be wonderful, then you will. You know, imagine yourself there, and that's the one I like. Yep, I want that. You know, and you'll get it. You know, and that's the story of Goldilocks and Three Bears. You know, you pick the one you like. It's, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's just right. This one's just right. I love this one. Okay? And it's the one that's in between. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. Okay? But that's a personal preference. But what most people come to find is all that big hoopla, you know, the huge mansion, the 1,000 cars, and all that other stuff didn't buy you happiness. You're still not happy. You still have a hole eating away at you. You know, and this is what the journey's about. If you're going to be a murderer, be the best murderer ever. You do it because you love to murder. And you can do it really well. You're good at it. Same with stealing. You know, you don't feel guilty about it. I'm a child of God. He wants me to go do this. I don't steal to give stuff to others. I steal because it's fun. I'm not stealing. It's not hurting them any. It's not hurting them one bit. You know, the people I steal from, it doesn't hurt them. You know, and I give it to the rest. I'm just having fun. You know, they're having fun. That's what I like to do, and I accept myself. It's all good. No fear, no doubt, no guilt. You know, and then there's others who, like Genghis Khan, you know, you don't mess with the law of hospitality. You don't mess with it. That's sacrosanct, man. Okay? Because if you chop the heads off of my diplomats and my merchants, you know, and we have not met, well, I'm going to come chop your head off. It's really that simple. How dare you? You know, that's not very hospitable, is it? You know, and that was his rule. You know, that was law in his world. You don't get to be like that. I don't care who you are. And, you know, you'll see this throughout history, and people wonder, why did Lucky Luciano get away with all that stuff and, you know, die a peaceful death, you know? And because he always went within. He always went within. It was God guiding him. You know, I'm the best at what I'm doing. I believe I'm doing a good work here. They all want gambling and whores and stuff anyways. I mean, they want it. There's nothing you can do about that. Old as dirt, so I'll provide it. You know, but I don't want to get in trouble for it. So how do I avoid that? You know, God tells them. That's how you get around it. Okay. You know, we can think up ingenious things. You know, there's guys who've thought up ingenious things and never got caught. You see this in a lot of buildings in Chicago. In Prohibition times, they built secret doorways and tunnels underneath and all these crazy things. And you see it with the British too. In their older buildings and stuff, there are these trap doors where they would get a guy drunk and then throw him down there, and he'd wake up on, His Majesty's ship. Hi, welcome to the Navy. I mean, that happened all the time. These kind of things, yeah, are things we think up to try to get out something we want. Okay, the Navy wanted bodies, and or something we think behooves us. Let's get the whiskey in and let's get the whiskey out. Without the authorities saying you can't have whiskey. You don't get to tell me if I can have whiskey or not. I'm gonna have it just because you said I can't. You know, and that's really how that works. If you say I can't, I'll show you I can. And that's the battle. But are you doing it with conviction? Are you doing it with no fear and no guilt? Are you always going within? Are you not responding? You're just watching, checking it out. No, there's a way out of this. I know there is. But when you start really seeing life subjectively, then it's, well, wait a minute. If it's good for me, then it's good for everybody. Doesn't matter who they are. Whatever their good is, it's good. So this is for that judging, you got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it. It's what twists everything up. And, we're all becoming one. And this is where that big diversity and tolerance, it's just another way of saying we're all different. Be kind to each other. And there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is the ones saying it are trying to say, I'm going to force you because the way I see you is you don't do that. Okay? And the ones they're saying that to are feeling like you've attacked my integrity. I don't think so. Just because we don't think alike about what is acceptable or not, is oh well, it's just the way it is. And I'm not going to try to kill you because you don't believe like me. Come on, man. We can agree to disagree. But certain things, there's lines in the sand, and you're not going to cross them, and I'm not going to cross yours, and that's just how it is. Let's rise up. So, like education. You're supposed to learn how to read, write, and do math. That's it. You keep adding this stuff. Okay? You got to teach them science. Why? They'll learn it. They live in nature. We can teach them. You don't need them. You don't need them. Okay? Because they stopped teaching reading, writing, and math. So time to take your kids out of the public school and teach them yourself. And you can do it. So what do you want to learn today? And the fundamentals. If they don't know how to read, start teaching them how to read. Okay? Teach them how to count. Teach them how to add and subtract. Do it in the kitchen. Here's 4 grapes. If you take away 1 grape, how many grapes do you have? You can do it. We can all do it. That's being self-sufficient, And some people are scared of that. I don't know if they'll learn it all. I don't know. No. As a wise man told me, they know what they need. Just let them have it. Moderation. Okay. And you can give somebody enough rope to hang themselves. Go ahead. That's what you're seeing now in a societal, collective way. Well, they're trying to prove to you how their world is so perfect. And we all need to bow to the UN now and do as they say, and etc., 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 blah, blah, blah. Objective man talking. The self-sufficient ones are saying, nah, I don't think so. No. How can I make it good for anyone else if I don't make it good for me first? Then I can help them, you know. But first it has to be good for me. And then I can push it out to others. And I'm not going to allow someone to walk all over me. No. That's not who I am. Okay, I don't start the fights, but I finish them. That's how it goes. You know, poke that tiger a few times to see if that doesn't happen. Japan did. They learned. You know, don't do it. Don't ever think that America's weak. You know, because you know what happens when they do that, don't you? And don't start thinking that the whole world is losing whiteness. Okay? Because guess what happens with that? That's right. People have babies right and left. And they're white. So you better get over it. You know, you did it to yourself. Here they come. And they're really a mix, and they like it. So you see, that's what Americans are. They're mutts. And they like being mutts. They're a beautiful mix of all kinds of wonderful things. That's America. Okay? We don't care. We put that bullshit away a long time ago. I don't care what color your skin is, what you're doing in your bedroom, what you look like. None of that matters. Okay? What matters is what's up here. The merit of your mind. Well, so it's about what do you shine with, what do you love. Now I know you love that, you know. Are you doing your best, even though it's, you know, a pretty mundane job? Well, yeah, look at her go clean that window. I'm going to go give her a book. You know, that was great. It's things like that. So I hope this helps. You know, this is stuff I ponder and think about. It's just how I see it. I hope it helps some way. And I got to thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking and sharing these videos. It's all made in the hopes that, you know, it may help somebody. Thank you, and blessings to you.
Mr. Reese, John, this wasn't supposed to be the way.
Sure it is. This is what I do, remember?